what I learned in 2025 as a small business owner trying to keep my business afloat. Okay, for reference, I have my daughter here. She is a year-old, and I own a handmade skincare business, and I also make candles and wellness items. My business is primarily handmade. I only have a manufacturer make a couple of items for me that I don't have the ability to make here in my home. Excuse me, did I just sneeze on you? Anyways, so this whole year of 2025 has been learning to manage being a new mom. Again, I have 3 older children, and this is the first time having a newborn where this was my primary source of income, so I had to take it seriously. When I had my other 3 children, it wasn't the primary source of income, so it was more of a side hustle, so that was nice. This time around, it's been a main hustle, and one that we've relied on heavily. So I had to look at it a little bit differently. In the year of 2025, I got burned by a private label customer. I learned that if somebody's going to be private label in that type of capacity, that we need to have some type of contract, so that I don't run into those situations again. I learned about making business decisions and not making them personal, so that was the whole thing. But here are some things that I have done in 2025 that have helped us save money. I recently spoke with my bookkeeper, and he was letting me know like tax planning into next year, and they told me I did a really good job. And considering the economic climate of 2025, tariffs being issued, people being a little bit more like choosy about where they're spending their dollar, we did okay. Full disclosure, we did $100,000 less in revenue this year than we did last year, which to me is a huge shift, but we're still ending the year as a 6-figure business. So let me give you some ideas. Obviously, I'm not like editing and cutting this, so I hope you're sticking along for the ride, and I don't think I have all the answers, and I'm going to say that boldly. But I think when you are a business owner, you have to be a problem solver, and you have to be willing to shapeshift and change things if you really want to make it work. Now, some people don't have to do that. Some people just say this is the way it is, and they're successful regardless. But for me, I have had to shapeshift and kind of like constantly grow, right, in different ways. So some things that I changed was I always used to purchase my boxes and my shipping equipment and supplies from Uline. And the thing is their prices might be really good, but sometimes it can be a little bit more expensive because they only do overnight shipping for us. And so we'd be paying $200 to $300 sometimes for shipping. What I started doing was I was saving every single box that came into my home, whether it was a box from Costco for chips or a baby food box or an Amazon box or something like that. Saved every single box. I found a way to get tape that was less expensive than what I had been doing, so I cut the prices down as much as I could there. When I purchased from other businesses that I love, I kept the packing peanuts, I kept the packing paper, bubble wrap, all of that. That cut my costs down by so much because obviously it's just coming here, I'm not paying for it. I did buy some boxes and some eco mailers and things like that. I utilized my Amazon business account essentially, and I would purchase some boxes from there too. It's not exactly the most eco-friendly way, or like the way that I don't always want to like support these huge businesses, but sometimes that's reality and that's what you need to do to save your own business. So I did that. I purchased some things from Amazon. I changed the way that we package some things. I made some of our teas in smaller containers. That way our customers would be able to purchase smaller amounts, but you know, maybe it was in their budget to spend $10 on tea, not $25, right? So I put it into smaller containers. I started utilizing what I had. So I had a lot of labels from before that I had purchased that were, say, mulberry and mistletoe. They'd be like a mulberry and mistletoe body butter. I decided to make mulberry and mistletoe like a scent of the month. So I would use a lot of those labels a little bit easier than if I were to just put them in the shop and people buy it. Utilized everything I had. I hired an inventory specialist towards the end of the year this year, and that was life-changing for us. She's gone through, she checks inventory for me every single week to make sure that things are tip-top up to shape, making sure that Shopify doesn't have any glitches in it, making sure that maybe the bundle packages and the things that we're using aren't glitching it out and making things, gotta love my dog, that we're not like, you know, sending things out that we shouldn't be. That has helped us tremendously. We also utilized, we changed our VIP program. That has been a huge change. What we used to do for VIP was we would charge $100 and some a year, depending on which tier you had. You get unlimited free shipping, but then you also get VIP items every month. I used to give them like the VIP item of the month. So it'd be like the bar of the month, scent of the month, all of that. I would ship all of those out to everybody. And it worked, but it was a huge headache, and it was a lot of extra work to do in the beginning of the month, every single month. It was a lot of extra shipping going out, when a lot of these people were already purchasing pretty frequently, right? Because they have free unlimited shipping. So what we did was we knew we needed to change it, and we weren't exactly sure how we were going to do that. So it actually ended up working out that the subscription service that we used on Shopify, one of the apps, they no longer did $0 subscriptions. And what I would do to make sure that we wouldn't miss out on anybody's subscriptions, there goes your cookie. What I would do was I would make them a $0 subscription, so it would come out every single month, and I would get a ticket for it, and I would know that I needed to ship this bar to somebody every month, so I wouldn't miss it, right? Well, what we did now was we made it so our VIP members get cash every month. They get a e-gift card for $25, $10, whatever. They have the item of the month still available to them if they want it, but then they can also use that cash, gift card, whatever, towards something else if they wanted to. At first, my VIP members were like, we're not sure if we like this. But then, so far, the last couple of months, they have loved it. And giving our VIP members the choice to pick and choose what they wanted, not only did it make them happier, they felt more in control, and plus, I wasn't shipping out a whole bunch of extra stuff. So it saved me a little bit in shipping and time, because now I can put my time and my efforts into inventory, making more products and things like that. And it's working out pretty well. We're in like month 2 or 3 of it, and we're all starting to get used to it. I began, let's see, what else have we done? So one thing we did a big change was our packaging. We found some eco-friendly, biodegradable shrink wrap, and we're using that to package our soaps now instead of putting them in with a cigar wrapper and putting them down in a craft paper bag. I used to do that, and it cost me a lot of money. It was like 25 cents or more per bar of soap. Now it's down to like 10 cents per bar of soap for our packaging, which works out a lot better. It doesn't seem like a huge jump, but it definitely is. I added more products that people have been wanting. So I added wax melts back to our shop instead of just doing candles. Also with my candles, I decided to change the vessels this year, about halfway through the year. Before I had done ceramic and glass vessels. I did some that were tin, but what I did was USPS and UPS and FedEx, we all know that they're not the most careful with our packages. And sometimes, oh, thank you for that cookie. Thank you. And sometimes they will not honor the claims that are made. So I found some very beautiful, metal tins in 16 ounces, and we do them in 3 wick, and they're absolutely gorgeous, and the candles work out wonderfully. I don't have to worry about them breaking in transit. And I made them a little bit bigger. Now the cost of the metal is much cheaper than the glass or ceramic, so I can charge my customers a little bit less. Charging my customers less has actually made them feel a little bit more secure in coming to us versus going to a department store. So, all in all, I hope that some of this advice is helpful to you guys, but it definitely helped me change my business up a little bit. Adding some products in that aren't too difficult for me to make, oh, there goes your cookie again, for me to make has helped me, make it a little bit easier for our customers. We have things on Amazon now. We have things on TikTok Shop now, like our candles. If you want to check out our candles here on TikTok Shop, you definitely are going to love them. They're the 3 wicks. We have them available here. Wonderful to grab. We're trying to make ourselves as accessible as possible. So I hope that's helpful. If you guys have any other questions, I will do a second part to this because there's a lot of things we implemented this year to make it possible. But